Man, he at it again.
I know. My daddy caught him trying to break into my house 2 days ago and beat him.
In her care. But other than that, man, I'm telling you.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, did you even enjoy? How's your?
Oh, this is my cousin right here. What's up, Nick?
What's up, cuz?
Hey,
How you been?
I'm good. How you been?
I'm good. Been good.
Now, you know me all your life, right?
Yep.
Now, if you had to explain to people what kind of man I am, what would you say about me?
Well, you my cousin, Leno. I just think you're a great human. I think you kind, you honest, like you brave. You always kind of just been there.
What do you think the family thinks about me, from your opinion?
I think everybody thinks the same.
Have you ever run into somebody that felt bad about me, or thought I was a bad person?
Only Regina and Kiefer's. And not really Kiefer's. I think that's like some internal stuff with y'all mama.
Really? And what do you think about my mom?
I don't have no comment.
I wanted to call you and ask you because there is a perception that my mom is going around and telling everybody that I'm a devil and I'm a evil person and I'm jealous of Keith and I'm a money hungry person. Do you know me to be a money hungry person?
Nope, but I know her to be one. I will never forget, and she might just not remember, but I will never ever forget that summer when she took you to California, then brought you back, and you was living with Granny, and they were trying to get Granny in jail because she claimed you on the taxes, even though Granny claimed you on the taxes because you were living here. You were living with Granny and Grandpa John, and it was a big hoopla about that. I never forgot that. I never, ever, ever forgot that.
And that's what she been doing for years.
And I remember when we were, man, I don't know. I want to say like she nice, but she do really manipulative things, and then she do some wild stuff, man.
And
Unnecessarily.
And you said it in a nutshell. You said it in a nutshell that she presents herself to be a nice person, but in the end, when you get to know her, she exposed herself for who she really is. And she does.
She presents well, but all of that is like fictitious, and then it kind of comes out because she did that at the shop when she was working at Pookie's shop. She was getting into it with those girls down there. And the one girl, Debbie, had been doing my hair for years. I went in between Debbie and this girl named Jen doing my hair. And Regina called my mom, because that's the day I went in the shop, and it was Tanisha was in there, and Danisha was in there. And they kind of was having a stare-off when I walked in. But I walked in, I said hi to both of them, because I know both of them through life. I went to school with Danisha.
Don Shay.
And Don Shay.
Yeah.
But we used to call her Danisha.
Uh-huh.
But, okay. But I went to school with her. Woodward. I went to high school with her. And I know Tanisha Page forever. We all grew up in Moody Manor.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't really know what was going on. And Regina was getting the kids. So they had, I want to say it was 3 kids there. And I said hi to everybody. And I said hi to Regina. And she called my mom and told my mom that I wasn't speaking to her and I was acting funny, and the girl who do my hair was messy and had all this shop beef going on. So she was beefing with Debbie, and then she ended up beefing with what's that one girl name that used to live on Sydney? She a teacher now, but she was a school police officer, and she real sweet. DeAndre Banks. And DeAndre was in there, and me and DeAndre was working at NODC together at that time. Mm. So DeAndre called me, and she was like, hey, what's wrong with your auntie? I said, my auntie? I said, who's talking about my engagement? She's like, no, Regina. And I was like, well, she not really my auntie. I said, but she my cousin's mom, but, you know, I know her all my life, but what happened? And she told me all this stuff, and I told DeAndre, I said, hey, just keep it cute with her, high and by if you can. And I said, but you just keep it cute. Don't say nothing else, X, Y, and Z. Mm. And later on, Regina was trying to fight her. And DeAndre was like, well, I'm not going to fight this old-ass lady. I said, don't let that shit fool you. I said, that motherfucker bang. Like she, like, off the hook for real. I said, she'll fuck you up. Like, if you drop your guard thinking she just some old lady, she gonna whoop your ass. Mm-hmm. Like, and I had told her that, like, years ago. But after that, I knew to keep it cute with Regina. And that not be talking and gossiping or saying nothing in between, because my mom called me cussing me out behind what she told her. And I was like, Mom, that did not happen. Like, none of that happened. Like, and it didn't happen with me.
So she made all that shit up.
Yep, she sure did.
And when you never even said nothing to her, or never even knew it was a problem or nothing.
I didn't know what was going on in there.
And she called your mom.
Yep.
That's crazy. I never even heard that story.
She absolutely did. And I was like, oh, she is batshit. Like, that was wild. I wasn't in that. I went to that shop for years. I had no problem with none of them girls. Ever. But I don't engage in the petty drama stuff either. So I was like, damn, that's wild. And then the next time I had seen Buki, and I told him, I said, I'm not going to be coming up here because I don't want to be involved. And he was like, no, she trying to steal my shop. And she did all this other stuff. And I was like, oh, that ain't got nothing to do with me. She stole the car and all this stuff. I was like, nope, that don't got nothing to do with me. I don't know what's going on. I don't want to know. So when I was going to get my hair, until Regina left the shop, Debbie was doing my hair at her house.
Damn. So you refused to go back up to the shop?
I just did not want to be in I didn't want to be in a shit. Like, I don't want to be. I'm not messy like that. Like, I don't do all that. I'm not going to be arguing with people. I don't want to fight with people. Like, I got a stressful job as is. I'm not going to act. You know what I mean? I don't want that in my face.
Right.
I just know she a manipulative ass individual, but she always kind of been. I think she really always kind of been, and like, once you show me who you are, I'm gonna take you at face value. Shit, you ain't gotta show me twice.
Exactly.
I know what's up.
Yeah.
I don't know who listening to her. Don't nobody be listening to Regina.
Exactly. That's what I be trying to tell people. They don't listen. Don't nobody deal with my mom like that. Nobody deals with her like that. And Gidget even had problems with mom. And Gidget got into it with mom. You remember, you heard about that?
Oh, no, I probably did.
When I was a kid, yeah. Because she didn't, yeah. She was
off the hook, yo. I'm telling you, bro. She was off the hook.
She was. She is off the hook. She is. She still is. She's still on bullshit and lying to people and trying to make them seem, calling me the devil. She called me the devil. I'm like, man.
Who she tell that to?
She telling it to all these people saying that I'm a devil and I'm jealous of Keith and I want his money and all this crazy stuff.
She always did that, and I always thought that was the weirdest thing, to pit your kids against each other. One, I don't think Keith I don't think Kiefer's would have been the way he was had she not wanted to make him all thuggy. And then when she couldn't really make you all thuggy, how she wanted like just extra ghetto kids or extra aggressive, let's say extra aggressive sons. She kind of wanted extra aggressive sons. And I don't necessarily think Kiefer's was like that. I think she kind of made him like that. And because he wanted her acceptance so badly, he succumbed to some of that stuff. But I think at some point, I think he kind of wasn't fucking with her either for real.
He wasn't. That's the truth. That's the gospel truth. And until you said this, I never even thought of it like that. And I believe you right. I believe you are right. Because one thing about me, I had an outlet. I had my dad. Keith didn't have no other family. You know what I'm saying? So he had to deal with mom's bullshit 24/7. You know what I'm saying? I was with Granny. I was with the other side of the family. Everybody, and everybody in my family loved me. There is nobody that you can find that really got a problem with me. I don't have.
Yeah, in general, I just don't think that people would just be out here talking bad about you. That's just kind of her trying to perpetuate that narrative. But ain't done nobody like you. You consistently been the same. Like you chill. You really you got a lot of Uncle John personality and a lot of his mannerisms and qualities. Like Uncle John Core is a good person.
He is.
It's the drugs that make him difficult, or that's his demon. Like, but he a good dude.
He is.
At his core, he's a great human.
He
like,
is. Daddy is a good dude. I talk to Daddy all the time. He got a good heart.
Yeah, you have the same structure and qualities as him. And it's unfortunate that I remember when you was going to Scott and you had got those three, it was either 2 or 3, but you had those razor blade cuts in your eyebrows.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm not gonna say your mom was trying to make you be in the gang or if they were, but Granny was like, no, my grandson not going there. He's not gonna be in the gang. He's not gonna get murdered. And that's when they were trying to arrange for you to go to start. I remember I have a long memory, so I don't know why. I don't know what's wrong with Regina, and she did not used to just be this nasty, but she's vindictive. She got like a vindictive and really manipulative personality because she did not used to just be just so evil. Mm-hmm. And then once she got obsessed with status or faking it in the church and or wanting to be superior to other people, that's when all this came. Once she started kind of chasing money, pertaining to Kiefer's and money and all that. Money don't make you happy. He had a lot of money, or if he had a lot of money, but he was miserable, and a lot of people did not like him. Mm-hmm. So some people choose their peace and respectability over fictitious things, you know, and that's kind of the difference. But I think she put a lot of that hate in him, and she wanted y'all to be bickering back and forth and all of that, because if you a parent and you favor one kid over the other, then it makes it difficult to maintain a good relationship with your kids. Like, you can be a parent and all your kids going to be parented different because they're all different humans and different individuals, and one kid might need more than another kid, but that doesn't mean that you love the other kid less. Sometimes some kids need more, where you had more love and affection coming from one side. He only really had kind of Regina and the people she married, and then or divorced, and then or they died, or then she married that weird ass Carlton dude. I remember that too. He was a pedophile ass nigga too. He was creepy. But then he out here, he trying to figure out who he is, and then she promoting that get money by any means kind of mentality, and that end up putting you in a bad situation, in a bad space, you know. So I just would not pay attention to them.
I ain't, because but you know, trying to explain to people who you are and all this stuff, like, I ain't going into all of that. Like, I know what kind of man I am to all people. Jay stayed with me, Endo stayed with me. I done helped a lot of people in the family. I have never been nothing but supportive of my family, loving towards my family, and doing what I can to, you know, coexist without infringing on people's right to be who they are. And that's why I can be around everybody. You know, I just work a lot now. I don't have no time to myself, not even to my family, and all this stuff that's going on with my brother. Like, it be hard sometimes for me to find time for a lot of things that I want to do. You know, and then mine, right now, she ain't even letting me see Keith. I ain't seen Keith but 3 times since he got into that accident. Yeah. She keeping me away from, and then she kicked his kids out the house. She did all this crazy shit, and then she got these people thinking that she a great mother. Like, she always been there for me and Keith and all this.
She's stealing all his money.
You know that?
Oh, I know Regina, baby. She money hungry. She always been a greedy woman, and nobody want to say it. Money is the root of all evil. People who seek it in that manner don't no good come from it. I absolutely believe that she over there and she done hoodwinked his money. I think she over there and she forged a power of attorney. I do not think he would have gave her a power of attorney. I think a whole bunch of stuff. I think she's a scammer.
Hell yeah.
Sorry, because that's your mama.
You ain't got to apologize. It is what it is.
Hey yo, what's up? This TV Killer. I hope you enjoy the content that you just watched. I need you to do me a small favor. Hit the description box, click on the beacon link, follow me on all social media platforms, including Rumble, where I put all the exclusive content that I can't put on YouTube. You know, all of the cussing and the fussing. Yeah, TV Killer forever.